Flouripus III was the most renowned baker on the distant planet of Yeastilon. Using his 6 nimble tentacles, he could knead, roll, pipe, and decorate with extraordinary speed. His pastries were legendary: light as air crispy croissants, vanilla cream-filled eclairs with delicate chocolate ganache, berry tartlets in melt-in-your-mouth short crust. Bakers traveled from planets near and far to train under Flouripus and attempt to master his techniques, but none could match his skill and deftness. Flouripus took pride in his baking, as it brought joy and wonder to the citizens of Yeastilon. His most famous creations were his divine delight cakes, tiered confections of rich sponge cake layered with fluffy frosting and fruits from across the galaxy. These cakes were made only on special occasions, as it took all of Flouripus's speed and focus to handcraft them. One sunny day, as Flouripus was baking a batch of cinnamon swirl bread for the breakfast rush, his assistant Whisk zoomed into the kitchens in a panic. He informed Flouripus that a giant battlecruiser from the evil Foodcron planet was en route to destroy Yeastilon's capital city of Ovenburg in less than 24 hours. The Foodcron emperor was mad with hunger for the tasty treats of Yeastilon and aimed to conquer the bakery planet once and for all. Flouripus steeled his resolve and knew there was only one solution. He must bake the largest divine delight cake to date and launch it into space to block the Foodcron ship before it could reach the Yeastilon atmosphere. It would take all his skill and speed to bake enough cake in time and assemble it before the Foodcron ship arrived. Working faster than he ever had before, Flouripus gathered pounds of flour, bricks of butter and cream cheese, jars of jam and honey, sacks of sugar, crates of eggs, vats of chocolate. His tentacles spun in a blur, mixing, whisking, stirring. Pans sizzled and ovens glowed as he baked hundreds of cakes at once. Shelves overflowed with glistening finishing touches: lemon curd, strawberry buttercream, fondant fans. The kitchen was a symphony of activity as Flouripus crafted his masterpiece cake. As the hours ticked by, Flouripus layered the cakes with swirls of Italian meringue buttercream and dollops of raspberry preserves. He carved elaborate decorations from fondant, a marzipan Yeastilon skyline along the base, delicate gum paste flowers trailing down the sides, a regal fondant crown atop the highest tier. With minutes to spare, Flouripus raced the massive cake on a hovercart to his spaceship launch pad behind the bakery. The Foodcron battlecruiser loomed in the sky when Flouripus arrived. His tentacles shook as the ship's laser cannons took aim at Ovenburg. Gripping the divine delight cake with all his strength, Flouripus launched the giant confection straight at the Foodcron ship, just as its lasers fired. The giant cake absorbed the blasts before colliding with the ship's hull in a spectacular eruption of frosting and cake crumbs. The Foodcron ship, its cannons gummed up with buttercream, was forced to retreat in sticky disgrace. Cheers rang out across Ovenburg as Yeastilon celebrated their salvation. Flouripus's cake was his greatest masterpiece yet, the ultimate combination of skill, determination, and his love for baking. As Yeastilon citizens feasted on the giant cake for days afterward, Flouripus returned to his bakery kitchens. Though exhausted from his baking heroics, he wore a contented smile on his flour-dusted face. The divine delight cake would be remembered forever in Yeastilon lore, and Flouripus's speedy tentacles were ready to defend his beloved city again whenever needed.